Y'all understand what we are doing, brother?
Since you don't got any questions.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28.
God hate evil. Why God hate a certain race?
Y'all bless. Hey man, we out here for our people, man. We are the battle axes of the Most High.
We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Read up. Gather yourselves together. Do what? Gather yourselves together. The Bible is commanding us to gather together, brother. That's how we make a strong nation again. Read on up. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired. Because guess what, brother? We not desired amongst the other people, man. We got to be desired amongst each other. Brother, what's your nationality according to the Bible? What's your nationality, man? Come over here and get this good word, man. Y'all believe in the Bible, brothers? Y'all believe in the Bible? Do y'all do the things that's in the Bible? So, is it hard to wear your fringes at? Matter of fact, let's go here. What's your nationality according to the Bible? Yeah. What is your nationality? From who? From Guinea. Okay. New Guinea? Guinea, where is that located? In Africa, right? What part? Yes. What part of Africa? North, east, south, west? Guess what? Y'all might be Israelites if it bears witness with your spirit. Because guess what? This is not about a color thing. Because guess what? We know we still have a small remnant that's left over there in Egypt. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 11 verse 11.
Bring it
Because
up.
guess what? In Ghana, we had some. And guess what? In Nigeria, we still had some Israelites that was a small remnant. Read this,
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand against thee a second time to recover the remnant of the remnant of his people.
So guess what? It's still a small remnant of Israel scattered everywhere, brother. Read on up.
Which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt.
From Assyria. You know Assyria is northern Babylon. Read on up.
And from Patros.
So guess what? That's upper Egypt, which is the lower part. So you got some from Egypt, then you got some from Patros. Read on up.
And from Cush.
And from Cush. Cush is what? Is Ethiopia. Read on up.
And from Elam.
And from Elam. Elam today is East India. So we still have a nation of our people over there, brother. Read on up.
And from Shinar.
And from Shinar. Shinar is what? Babylon, which is called Samaria. Read on up.
And from Hamath.
And Hamath. That is going into Syria. Read on up.
And from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
Guess what? That ensign is the Bible, brother. If y'all read and if it bears witness with your spirit, guess what? You might be an Israelite. Give me the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 16. What you got right here? I'll read this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So guess what? The Israelites were scattered amongst all people because guess what? In Jerusalem, in 70 AD, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans ran into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. That's how we was over there. Then we dwelt over there for 1,000 years, brother. Then the Africans rounded us up and sold us to the white man. You understand me? Read on up.
From one end of the earth even unto the other.
So guess what? Read on up.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
That's why we over here serving other gods. Read on up.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Even wood.
Even what? Wood. So what is that? What is the wood god talking about? What is the god of wood? Or what this Bible verse is relating to? What is the cross made out of? Wood, brother. Read on up.
And stone.
Now what is that other religion that's made out of a stone? What do they do in Mecca? Exactly, the cobblestone, man. So guess what? The Israelites didn't know nothing about these other gods. God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, brother. You understand that? Read this out.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16. It is the spirit that itself that bears witness without.
Read that again. Read it right out.
It is the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
So guess what? The Spirit is going into the words of God. The words of this Bible bears witness that we are the children of God. Do you think everybody is a child of God? Yeah, that ain't what I asked you though. Is everyone a child of God? Give me the book of Romans. You see how sisters be just all out of order. Then we got to break down that line that she done been taught. Give me Romans chapter 9 verse 7, man. Let's see, sister, read this.
This is the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 7. Chapter 9 and verse 7.
Verse 8. Oh yeah, verse 7. You're right.
Verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Because guess what? Many nations came out of Abraham, but not all nations and races came out of Abraham. We don't know.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in who?
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Read on, sister, understand that.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
The children of the flesh is going into any nations or races outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's see what the Bible says.
These are not the children of God.
No, not Jesus.
These are not the children of God.
Everybody is a child of God.
These are not the children of God.
So is everybody a child of God? All praises, sis.
I never knew.
I know you did, but guess what? You're going to learn today, sis. So y'all understand that? All praises, man. This is something heavy because guess what? Y'all had never heard this teaching before, ever.
No, because we was brought up that everybody was a child of God.
Exactly,
That's right,
sister.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
At
But
the
guess
end
what?
of the day, that's how I felt. All of us is a child of God. But the Bible say different.
Exactly. That's
so
the
I
point.
don't believe what the word of God says.
Oh, praise sister. You in the
Now,
spirit
why
of that
I
thing, sis.
believe you
Read
wrong.
this out. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28. Hold up. It don't look like it's bearing witness. Hold up. Are y'all really Hamites? Because do y'all know who is the father of the Africans?
Jesus.
Ham. You know, Noah had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
He did.
Japheth is the progenitor of the African race. Even though we may have brown skin, you do know Ham. Salaki. I got it for sure correct. Matter of fact, let's just read it, man. Don't go over a moment, man. Let's just read it out the Bible. Like we said, we study these things to bring this information out to our brothers and sisters. Read this out.
Out of the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the definition of Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
What does the word progenitor means? Exactly.
Of the dark races. Not the Negro.
Not the what?
Not the Negro.
Oh no, man, it might be not bearing witness. I ain't up put his head down, man. So who do they call Negroes? Read on out.
But the Egyptians.
So guess what? The Egyptians are Africans. Read on out.
Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians, Kush, are Africans. Read on out.
Libyans.
The Libyans, Gaddafi. He was, read on out.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites are Africans, but the so-called Negroes, us who you're looking at, we are the Israelites.
That's right.
So guess what? Give me Numbers chapter 15. We finna go through some scriptures, man. Cause what? All of y'all are from New Guinea? I mean from Guinea? Where you from, brother? Where is that located? South Africa? Okay, read this. Read this.
This is the book of Exodus.
No, I mean, guess what? We understand, but guess what? Some of these places we haven't heard, brother. Africa has many countries and many tribes within countries. 54, and even more tribes.
I know. All I'm saying is, if you're trying to educate us, you guys gotta get.
No, we educate you on the Bible, not the map of Africa, brother. That's two different things, brother. Read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11.
No, knowledge is not knowledge. We have the one true knowledge.
That's right.
Other nations have washed down knowledge.
That's
brother.
right.
Read this out.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that how the Lord has put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So guess what? It's a difference between us. Did y'all come over here by way of slave ships? Did y'all people? Guess what? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. Because that was a curse that was placed on Israel. Now, be it that may, guess what? When some of them came back over here, they shipped a number of y'all back over to Ghana, to the Free State. To where? Liberia, exactly. Read this.
This is a book of Deuteronomy.
No, we understand this. Guess what? I said we understand the Bible. We don't understand the whole map of Africa, brother. Brother, we from Israel, brother.
That's right.
Guess what? I can give you that understanding on the whole map, brother. Read this, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So we was in bondage under the Egyptians. Guess what? Egypt is a Greek word which means bondage. Let's read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So according to the Bible, Egypt means what? Bondage. What's another name for bondage? Exactly. Read this. I don't know, man. Read this.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Now start from the top again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who is the only race of people to go into slavery on slave ships? Who is the only race of people to go into slavery on slave ships?
The only race.
Yes.
It's not the Bible.
You see? I don't know. Did it flip again? We don't know. Who is the only race we're giving? Since you got the understanding, give it to us. Who? Do you know who came into slavery on slave ships other than the so-called Negroes?
In America, there are a bunch of people who came with last names.
Name me one.
Europeans, for example. English.
Irish
and the Caribbean.
I knew you were going to say that. Now let me deal with him, Mike. I got it. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 21 verse 1. Because guess what? You do know it's a difference between indentured servitude and slavery. What with the Irish?
In America, they're indentured servitude.
Listen. Exactly. Hold on. So did they come by weight?
I'm going to have to grab that mic from you.
No, you can't grab the mic from the pulpit, brother. We have to put you down, brother. But
Here's what I'm saying. In America, they're indentured servants. In the Caribbean, they're not indentured. They're slaves.
so they went into hard bondage just like we did. No one went into hard bondage like the Israelites, brother. Give me that in the book of Daniel chapter 9 verse 12, man. Because guess what? They didn't go into hard bondage. Read this in Exodus 21 and 1. That was indentured servitude. After they served 7 years, they got free. Guess what? The Israelites were never free, brother. We still in bondage. Read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 1.
Yes, we're in bondage. Because guess what? Do we have a military? When you pull out money, whose face is on that?
George Washington.
Exactly. So is he my people? Is he my race?
Was Obama your people?
No, he wasn't.
Your people.
Yeah. I'm from Guinea. His parents are from
Exactly.
Guess what? It's Sam Hamitic tribe. That's what we're telling you. Guess what? Just because we look the same don't mean we're the same race of
That's
people.
right.
Just like the Japanese and the Chinese, are they the same people? Exactly, brother. It's the same with the Israelites.
They're both Asians.
Yeah, they may be from the same continent, but they're not the same nation or race of people.
That's right.
It's a difference.
You guys are Israelites.
We don't know. That's what we said. We're trying to see if it's bearing witness. It done flipped one time. You done flipped back to the other. Now we kind of wavering. I don't know. Because you know we waiting on the cut scriptures, man. I got the Ethiopians. I got it lined up for you. So I'm trying to bear witness with you. Read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them.
Read on,
If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve. And in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing.
So guess what? This is going into indentured servitude. So guess what? The Irish never came by way of slave ships in hard bondage. They never had to smell their own feces, getting thrown off the boat. Guess what? Being raped, men and women, getting whipped, getting barely fed. They didn't go through the atrocities that we went through. Read this. Daniel 9 and 12.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spoke against us and against our judges that judged us. by bringing unto us a great evil.
A great what?
A great evil.
A great what?
A great evil.
Read up.
For under the whole heaven hath not been unto Jerusalem. Excuse me. Let me start
right.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as has been done unto Jerusalem.
Because did the Irish have their babies fed to alligators? So did they bury the Irish and play kickball with their heads? Where they whipped with 50 and 70 lashes till they almost died? I'm going to give you something. It's a torture tactic called the derby dosage. If a slave was out of order, guess what they had them do? Had one slave defecate in another slave's mouth, seal his mouth shut with a steel trap, and either he choked on the feces or swallowed. Did the Irish go through that? No, because guess what? My Bible told me so. Ain't nothing been done that had been done to the children of Israel, brother.
That's right.
Read this out.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 7. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me?
Read that again, because we're going to get some understanding on that. Read on out.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me?
Going into this, not talking about the same race. It's talking about, guess what? We similar looking because we both have brown skin. Read on out.
O children of Israel.
Oh, what?
O children of Israel.
And then he made the distinction. Read on out.
Saith the Lord. Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt?
Guess what? In the point of time, we did dwell in the land of Egypt, but that didn't make us Ethiopians or Africans. The Most High set us apart from them. Read on out.
Or Egyptian.
And the Philistines from Captor, and the Syrians from Kir.
Read on out.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
Guess what? This is twofold because it was talking about Egypt being a sinful kingdom by putting us in bondage. And guess what? It's talking about America too. This is a very sinful kingdom, man. Because didn't they have us in bondage for over 400 and 500 years? Hard bondage? Yes. And they still have us in bondage. Read on up.
And I will destroy it.
And he will what?
And I will destroy it.
Just like he destroyed Egypt, because guess what? The original Egyptians are not even in Egypt. Those are the Arabs, or so-called white men. The Egypts or the Sudanese or the Watutsis down in South Africa. Read on up.
I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Off the what?
Off the face of the earth.
Guess what? He's not going to play with the real Africans in that day. Read on up.
Saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Because guess what? He always has mercy on us. Because we are his chosen people. Not everybody is a child of God like I just read. Only the Israelites have a chance to repent, brother. You understand that, man? And that's what we're trying to see. If you are an Israelite or are you not an Israelite? Because guess what? How did you come to America? Did you migrate over here?
Yeah, I know it's true.
No, everybody migrated. We was forced over here in captivity.
That's right.
So guess what? That's different from the curses we experienced from y'all. But even given that may, we understand we have a small remnant over there. Give me the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Now, do you keep God's laws? What do you think about the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible? Oh, praise. Do you do the things that's in the Bible? Let's see if you can do this. Read this out.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So fringes is what you see all these brothers having on right now. Fringes is an attire of an Israelite. Holy apparel. Read on up.
Throughout their generations.
What does throughout your generations mean? Exactly. Mean forever and forever. As long as you keep generating. Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
And guess what? That's why you see these borders of ribbon of blue. So, are you going to go and get you some fringes? Yeah, now, are you an Israelite?
I got a question.
Go ahead, ask your question. But you just gave me my question. My answer, go ahead.
Of the same Bible you're reading.
Yeah.
There's a whole part in the New Testament from Matthew, and then going through the writings of Paul, the writings of Peter.
Exactly.
I haven't heard a single thing coming from any of that.
Oh, let's get one. Okay, we'll get you some. Give me Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. Go ahead.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
The same thing in the New Testament. Paul talks about the Israelites, the Jews, and the Gentiles coming together. The old ways being abolished. Jews and Gentiles being put together, being one body of Christ.
Okay.
And the same Bible we're reading.
Okay, we gonna get that. Go ahead. We're going to get that. First, we're going to start on one by one. What does the word Gentile mean? Give me the Zondervan right quick. What does the word Gentile mean? Say it again, brother. Non-Jewish. That's part of it. Well, we're going to read you the whole part, brother. Let's get this.
Usually.
We don't want to spoil it, We don't even want to spoil it. We don't want to spoil it for them, man. We're going to take our time and break it down meticulously. Read this,
out of the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. The word Gentile. Gentiles.
Usually. Read it again.
Usually.
Read one more time.
Usually.
Read on, huh?
It means a non-Israelite people.
Brother, what does the word usually mean? Exactly. So other times it can mean what? Not Israelites. It could be talking about us in a Gentile. Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 34. We get it out the Bible too, brother. We get all these things because, like we say, what happened, what time period did Malachi walk in? So you know the Old Testament ends before Christ, which is what? Captivity of Israel. Do you know? No. Yeah, Malachi. Who was, what captivity did he walk in? No, it was in the Persian and Medes. So it stops in the Persian and Medes. What captivity was Christ in? Romans. So what happened to the Greek history? You know, Alexander the Greek came into power in what? 333 BC. So where is that history?
It's before the Romans.
But where is that history in the Bible? Exactly. You don't know. So guess what? We have that history in the Apocrypha. That's why you don't understand why we will be called Gentiles. Because do you understand about the split of the northern and southern kingdom? All praise. So guess what? That history is how we became Greeks. Well, we're finna read this. Read this, huh?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20 and verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
Verse 32.
Verse 32. And that which cometh unto your mind,
Listen to this, brother.
shall not be at all that ye say, we will be as the heathen.
Read that again, huh?
We will be as the heathen.
Read out.
As the families of the countries to serve wood and stone.
So what does the word heathen mean? Exactly. Non-Israelite. It goes, they are all synonymous. Gentiles, stranger, and heathen are all synonymous with being non-Israelites. You understand that? Or in an Israelite, in a Gentile state of mind.
Yeah.
So guess what? This is telling you that, guess what? This was prophesied that they was going to be acting like the heathens or Gentiles. So guess what? Let's go to Romans 9, and I gotta cut them real quick, then I'm gonna give it to the next teacher, man. Give me Romans chapter 9, verse 1. We're gonna stop playing. So guess what? Even in the New Testament, give me 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, right?
Bring it out, Doc.
We got to bring this out because
Gotta bring that
a
out.
lot of times people love to run to Paul's writings, but Paul's writings are hard. So a lot of times Christianity teach our people to do what? Start in the New Testament. What book on earth do you start at the back of the book to get the understanding? No book, brother. I'm gonna help you out. Read this, man.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 15. And
you said what?
The two books are two different books put together.
No, they're not. They're one long letter, brother, addressed to one specific
The
people.
New Testament and the Old Testament.
Yes.
None of those books were written at the same
But guess what?
That's what
Who do you, exactly. So when Christ was walking earth, what was he teaching from?
it was from the Old Testament.
Exactly. When Paul was walking earth, who was he quoting from?
The Old Testament.
Exactly, brother. So it's letting you know that they are the same books, brother.
You're saying who reads from the middle and not from the beginning.
Yeah, that's to give you common sense. You understand? You never start in the middle or at the end to understand the book. Read this, huh?
this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 15. And account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him, hath written unto you, as also all his epistles, spoken in them. All these things, in these are some things hard to be understood.
Read that part again. He knows it too. Read it again.
In which are some things
hard to be understood. Guess what? If you're not equipped in the Old Testament, Paul's writings are hard to be understood in the New. Read on, huh?
Which they that are unlearned.
Read that again.
Which they that are unlearned.
Read it one more time.
Which they that are unlearned.
Read up.
And unstable.
And unstable in different doctrines, man. Read on up. Wrestle. Read on up.
As they do also the other scriptures.
To what?
Unto their own destruction.
You don't have a good understanding in the Old Testament, you're going to be lost as hell in the New Testament.
That's right.
If you're not keeping the commandments of the Old Testament, you damn sure not going to understand the New Testament, brother. You understand that?
You won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons.
Chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish.
He said the real Jews are in mourning, and the gates they ain't got no gates right now. We ain't got no protection.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
Now the so-called white man wrote this Bible.
They are black.
If the so-called white man wrote this Bible and steps on it, they would have took out that the real Jews are black.